Hi guys, and welcome to a quick tutorial on a Wotofo profile build. The reason I'm doing this because I've seen a lot of people recently struggling with Wotofo profile, getting a lot of dry hits off it, struggling to use it, not liking it because of the dry hits. I've got to admit, I did struggle to start with, but now I've played around with it, plenty of experience. I get on absolutely brilliant with it, love it, and it's a great bit of kit. So let's get straight down and get it done. So let's move some of this out of the way. So today I am going to be using the new, well, I say new, it's new to me, so this is I've only done one build with this so far. This is the second build I've done, but I absolutely love it. The new Off Mesh by Next Mesh. Slightly lower resistance what the Wotofo is. The Wotofo comes out at 0.16, this one comes out at 0.13. So I find with this you can vape it a little bit higher and not get the dry hits. It does say it ranges 60 to 70. I can get up to about 80 without getting a dry hit. And it's nice to get a warm vape off the profile, because things with the profile, it is quite a cool vape. You do tend to find that with mesh, it's a lot cooler vape. Some of us do like the warmer vapes. I personally do, so I can get this up to about 80. The only thing with 80, obviously you have got to be very careful with the dry hits. You will get dry hits if you don't squonk often enough. I'm also going to be actually using today the Wotofo cotton. I have recently been using Firebolt cotton, which is absolutely brilliant. But I've got a couple of these left, so I'm going to use one of these. So we're going to do this build today. I've got it on my own boy Rage. Great bit of kit. Going to be using some nice liquid by Redemption. I love this. Lemon tart, by far the best lemon tart I've had. Absolutely brilliant. I'm a little bit disappointed because I'm running out and need to get myself another bottle. But this stuff is great. If you like your lemon tart flavors, definitely give this a go. Big shout out to Redemption. I love their stuff. So yeah, let's get this built. So we've got a profile. So first thing we need is some mesh. Let's pop one of these out. So obviously this bit, make sure you guys will know, you get this little jig tool come with the profile. Get your mesh around it, give it a good curl, and give it the shape it needs for the RDA. Nice little curl. So this is the only bit that I find really fiddly with the profile, and it drives me nuts. Just making sure these are open. Probably bump them a little bit more. Let's just change that head on there. Probably open them up a little bit more. But I've always got a tendency to open this up too much and the bloody things fall off. It drives me nuts. But yeah, get them opened up. One open, two open. Get your mesh and pop them in. Say first time I've been too lucky for me. That looks good. It looks like he's in both sides, yeah. And then just pop your finger on him to give him that little hold down. Don't actually push him, just a little bit of pressure to hold him in place. Spin him round, same on that side. A little bit of a tighten up. Make sure he's nice and straight each side. Yep. Let's get him on to give him a little bit of a burn off. New coil, yes. Let's drop him down to. One nice thing with this mesh, you can, when burning them off, about 25 watts, normally adequate. Give him a little bit of pulse. And there he goes nicely. Perfect. Pop him back off so I don't fire him again. Again, just a little tip for everyone. I know a lot of people, they pulse these and they crack straight on with the cotton. Give it a good blow, let it cool down. That mesh is going to stay hot for quite a while. It'll probably take about a minute to completely cool down, because mesh tends to stay hotter than normal coils. So let them have a cool down, give them a little bit of a blow off. But to be fair, I've got to set my cotton now anyway, so we'll just leave him. So get yourself a nice bit of cotton. Let's use that one. Right, as you've probably known if you're using these for a while, great thick cotton. You need loads of cotton into this, but this is what causes the dry hits. As you probably again already know. So what I've started doing now is just giving it a little bit of a thin out before I actually start building. So just a little bit to fluff him up and try and get any of the compact space out of him. That'll be fine. And then again, just flatten him down nicely. and then give them another quick work through. This is just so if there is any real clumpy bits of cotton in there, it's coming out already. Entirely up to you if you trim that off. I am going to quickly get that a snip off, just to make it a little bit tidier when I put it through. Get him out of the way. So he's been thinned out a little bit, but not too much. Still got ample amount of cotton there to go through your profile. So then get your profile back. That should be nice and cool now. Just always test it slightly. Shouldn't really put your fingers on because it defeats the object of burning it off, but I don't like to burn the cotton straight away. So then pop him through. Well, one thing I always say to check before you pull this is just give it one more tighten, because the amount of times I have pulled this cotton through and it's popped the mesh off, because you are pulling a hell of a lot of cotton through. So he's through, so now give him a good tug, and then there he is. Tugging back, forth, back, forth. Nice. Free up your end. Trim off some of this other end. Don't need all that. Nice. So we've still got way too much here. So we're going to do what we call the pancake method. So I'm going to trim a little bit more off, just to shrink him down that little bit more. Fluff him out so he's the same, and trim him off so you've got a little bit less there. Still probably concerned that's probably just still a little bit too much actually. So trim him just a little bit more. That's looking back nicer. Perfect. Nice. So then just give them a little bit of a fluff out. Get out any of the loose crap. Just make sure you're trying to get down to the bottom layer as well, so you get all the loose fluffy crap out. And this is where we try and stop the dry hits. So a lot of people try shoving all of this into the well. What you actually need to do is split this in half and then aim, fluff them up nicely, fluff the other side up nicely, and all we're actually going to do is try and put this bottom bit into the wells. So we're going to split it about halfway here. Let's try and get this bottom into the well. So start pushing some of this bottom bit in. And then this top bit, gonna leave fluffed up. So make sure you get all the bottom half in. And then again, leave this top half hanging out. So we've still got this top half hanging out. Do the same on the other side. Push all the bottom bits in. And then leaving this top half out. Then once we're in, start trimming off this top half. Start making it look a little bit tidier. Trim the other top half off. Trim these edges off. Trim that other edge off. And you'll see Nice fluffy on top, and what I do is just put any of these loose bits just back in. And that is looking quite a nice little build. You'll see this, it's all fluffy up here, but once you get a bit of juice on it, that'll all go down. So that's how I've been building the profile, with quite good success. Really enjoying it. The main thing I found which has helped is by fluffing that cotton out before you actually put it through the profile. You'll notice it will go through the profile a little bit easier, but the whole point of this profile is that ceramic push-up spring underneath, which will keep that cotton up nice and tight. So you've got to remember, with all this cotton, at the minute, that ceramic spring's going to be down a little bit. Once you get some juice on, it'll push it up. Once it starts using that cotton starts collapsing, it'll push up a little bit more and keep it tight against this this mesh. So let's get some juice. Even though if you're using it on a squonk, I would still advise to prime it slightly. So again, I know I'm very, very low on this juice, but just a little bit on top, just to help it out. Stop it from running everywhere. A little bit on this side, a little bit on this side, just to start it off, and also so you can tidy that cotton up a little bit before we start putting the top cap on. And then what I normally do is just push that down, and it just starts tidying that cotton up that little bit more. You can make sure it's in the well, it's not overhanging. Same on this side. And that sits in that well nicely. A little annoying bit there. You want to make sure there's no cotton on top of that mesh, because that also is what will burn, because that'll dry out really quick. Then we'll give them a little bit of a squonk just to make sure we see it coming up. What I'll do, I'll give you guys a little bit of a zoom in on this, if it'll stay nicely, just so we can see it a bit better. Bit of a squonk, and you will notice eventually it starts coming up. What I'm going to actually do is pop the top cap on, and we're going to absolutely saturate it. So, until he clicks in place nicely. Clicked. I hope you guys can see that. What I normally do when I start is just put my fingers over the airflow and give them a real good squonking. You can see filling up from the bottom. By having your fingers over the airflow, you can then go all the way up, actually drench out, make sure every bit gets nice and juicy, and then let the squonk take him back down. You see now he is absolutely beautiful, saturated. One more time, with your fingers over the airflow. You can see I'm getting a little bit over my fingers, but I'm not all that worried about that. So I'm just going to take him off, give him a good wipe. Just give him a little bit of a clean up before we start going on him. And there we have him, nice, juicy. Pumping back on. Remember, we're still at 30 here, but let's see already at 30, nice bit of vapor, and that smells amazing. Okay, so we will pump them up. Pump them up to start with at 40, and then you'll see this really start chugging some vapor out now. Beautiful. Pop top cap on. I quite like the profile with the half honeycomb open. A little bit. Nice little chug. Oh, look at that. And then creamy. Beautiful. That is a build on the Wotofo profile. And we can still see, only had the one drag, but he's still nice and sodden. Actually drenched in there. Good for me to squonk again if I want to. This is one thing when you are squonking with the profile, once you first made the build, only take 1 or 2 pulls on it, then give it another squonk. Do that for the first 30-40 puffs that you have on it, just to get that cotton nice and wet, and then it should be good. I'm tending to find now I'll get, I say between 10 and 20 pulls on this before I need to squonk again. The reason I say it so far and few between, honest answer, not got a clue. But I tend to squonk every 10 pulls on it. It would last a lot longer than that. I could probably go up to about 20. But I see, when I've got it in the rage, it's so easy to squonk, so quick. Squonked, up, done. I don't see the point in letting it go past 10 pulls before we start squonking again. You might as well squonk it. Why run the risk of getting a dry hit? But as I say, I could probably get this up to about 20 pulls without getting a dry hit. So if you really did want to push it, you can do. But when it's so easy to squonk, why bother? Obviously, for you guys that are dripping on a profile, personally, I wouldn't recommend it. Personally, to me, this is a squonk RDA. This is not just a normal RDA that you can drip on. Some people are going to not like me for saying that. Some people are going to say, oh, well, I drip on it, I'll get on fine. Fair enough, each to their own. Go for it. If you can drip on it and you get on with it, happy days. But to me, this is an RSA. This is not an RDA. You need to be using this on a squonk to get the full benefit out of the profile. So what we'll quickly do, I'm going to flip you around, bring you up top. Hopefully I can show you, because unfortunately I've just used my phone to do this, so it's not the best picture. Show you what sort of hit we're getting on it. So, that is lush. I love this liquid so much. Beautiful vape. So we're going to leave it there, guys. Again, today we've done a build on the Wotofo profile by hashtag Mr. Just Right One. Love that name, such a simple name, such an online name. He didn't change it when he knew he was doing something big like this. Absolutely great. We've been using the neck mesh off with the silent R. Don't forget the silent R. Running at 0.13. That is one thing I didn't check. We are on, whether you guys see, bang on 0.13. Sorry, you guys probably can't see that because I'm using it on my phone. Bang on 0.13. So we can easily go within the range that they advise, up to 70 watt. Well, I will show you guys quickly. I'm going to bump this up to, don't know if you can see that, about 65. I'm not going to push it much higher because this is a new build. But let's just quickly see what we get off of this. Have a quick squonk before we go. Production on that, brilliant. But anyway, I'm going to leave it at that, guys. I'm Crazy G. That's one of my first tutorials that I'm doing, first of many. So yeah, have fun, enjoy vaping, and stay off those stinkers.